What's up? Yo, happy Saturday morning live. I was in mid-pour back there. Hold on. Hope everybody's doing well. I'll be right back. I was in mid stir for my uh cold drip. So I gotta go rescue it from the back. Let me make sure everything's working okay. Are we what's going on? Oh yeah, it's supposed to be. So, doop, doop, doop. Okay, good. Yep. All right. Let me go back here and get my cold drip. Because the Coke just ain't gonna cut it this morning. I thought I come on, but be right back. Didn't want to make y'all wait for me to stir it up back there, so I'm gonna have to make another trip to get rid of the spoon in a minute. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Saturday Morning Live, Season 6, Episode 29! Today we might just do Mount Brassmore. The thumbnail was actually me just dumping brass out. It's not that bad, because I did it a couple of weeks ago. But, yeah, it's a little hot mess, and I still need to vacuum, and I don't want to vacuum again until it's not Shanika, is it? No, that's not Shanika. I don't want to vacuum until I do that. So yeah, I think that's one thing that we need to do today, and I've got the camera set up to do just that. So maybe we'll get to it, maybe we won't. Either which way, I got to do it. Gotta be in heavy parentheses. I could live with it for another week. The more time that you do this, the better it is. Today, I'm going to take a sip of my Mississippi Cold Drip, which you can find at mscolddrip.com. They often have specials going on right now. I think I mentioned last week you could do a video and win a chance to possibly win a prize. Still haven't done that. I'm obviously not great at doing things in a timely fashion, am I? Obligatory siren. I think we're about done with the stir, so I'm going to let you all take a peek outside while I go do that. Be right back. BRB. That is an ambulance. Oh, don't spill. Don't spill. It was an ambulance, wasn't it? I didn't have to look. Didn't even have to look. Let's go ahead and get assembled real quick, and then I'll run over the comments as I lick the delicious salted caramel Mississippi Cold Drip off my fingertips because it spilled a little bit. Like force! Assemble! I left those star lights on last night. Woo. And as always, we have our hazardous manufacturing sign up there that you can't see, but it does have a nice little spot up there. Maybe one day when I have a camera up there and directed towards it. Actually, I still got to do that video. I got to do that video on that. I got like 5 or 6 minor videos that I haven't that I hadn't gotten around to yet. One day I will. Yeah, maybe 8 months from now. Uh, I guess that's working. That's good. Let me take another sip because I didn't really get full sip. Mmm. Definitely one of the strongest cold brews that I've ever had. I've tried them all, even from the Chinese grocery place. Those were bad. Don't get those. I mean, unless you like really weak coffee drinks. I think I need to go to that Mexican grocery. I bet they would have better cold drip, wouldn't they? Because isn't Mexican coffee like really strong? Or strong, like always strong? I think what was it back in high school? One of my what was my Spanish teacher was always like, you can stand a spoon up in one of the South American areas coffee. Maybe I don't know if it was Colombian. I don't know, but she was like, it's like pudding, pudding. I don't know how true that is, but anybody ever tried pudding coffee? Coffee pudding actually doesn't sound half bad, honestly. Okay, let's go on up to the scroll up and see who the Rune was. Rune, are you okay? Did you get was deleted 3 times? What the heck? How? What's up, Outlaw Nate G? I had to scroll down and make sure Rune was in here. Lynn H, what's up, Douse? Block Force Assemble. Willard Locks, retired Butcher Boy. Congrats on the nomination award. Yeah, that was funny. I mean, they're probably low key mad at me. I'm sorry about that. It was just, it's actually, and it worked out in a way. To me, it's kind of funnier being able to make that video as compared to, oh, I won an award. So, you know, all things work out, right? All things work out. And we may now have, we probably do now have Legends of Lock Force. So that's the good thing about it, right? I mean, that may have never come out. And like I said, I can already think of at least 4 of y'all that are Legend 5, 4, 3. There's a number. There's a number out there. Maybe 7. I don't know. Several of y'all. Probably way more than that, but we're not gonna if I get big heads. I expect my award. Damn it! You said I'd get one, Jason. I know I'm one of the 7, 6. Curto. Anyway, it's kind of funny. Sorry, Locksmith Ledger lady. I didn't mean to do that. It's funny. Everybody knows why. It's a business. It's business. It's just how things are done in the advertiserial world. Trust me, I used to make my own brochures for different organizations, and there are a lot of costs involved, a lot of time, a lot of cost involved with stuff like that. So yeah, whatever. Great idea. Smiley Rich, Dean Reed, Lynn H. Access, what's up? Devo, what's up? Dang it, West in the house. G Key Man, Dave A. Pete Woodfine, Robert Patton, Mr. T, what's up? Block Key, what's going on? Guess what? The postman just dropped off. Finally! I think pretty much, I don't know if Rune ever rescued his from the post office, but aside from that, I think everybody's gotten theirs. And I know where you're at, so that means that there were actually quite a handful of those that went out to your particular area. So, well, you know, your little section of the globe. So, yeah, I don't know. Rune, did you get yours out of hostage situation? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Jay? There's our who else is here? Where was I in the comments? Did I miss anything important? I don't know. Good point, Dave. Yeah, I mean, still got to wait on those checks. So, you have to watch it all the way through and pay attention. Don't look away. Just making sure it was working. I didn't say you had to be a locksmith. Legends of Lock Force. That's different. That's different. Chocolate covered coffee beans. Those are pretty tasty. The dark chocolate ones. I used to go to, I say used to, there's a, not a health food store. Well, Fresh Market, it's a chain kind of. I don't know how big of a chain nationwide they are, but it's like, yeah, I guess it would be like a slat, not really a health food store. Those places smell weird. It's not like that. It's more like fresh food, like fresh produce and big dairy, like frozen, like meats and stuff like that, like sliced meats and bakery, stuff like that. It's like a mini custom grocery store. Anyway, they've had a big chocolate section, and dark chocolate espresso beans were one of the favorites. Um, but it's too crunchy. It's too crunchy. Like if they were softer, like they made a, I want to say, well, I really like the one thing I do like is the dark chocolate caramel versions, but the if they made like a caramel coffee dark chocolate version, that would actually be pretty good. That way it wasn't so crunchy and gritty. That's one thing about coffee espresso beans is, you know, the gritty. Jason's Warren and Legend video here. Got work to do, Iceman? Well, I completely understand that. We have work to do too. Not really, just we've got crap we gotta do. In a way, it's work, right? I'm here, so I gotta find. Actually, there's several things I gotta do. We've got 8 cylinders that I gotta key up. So if we get around to that, then we'll just key up some cylinders here. I want to say Corbin Russell cylinders. I glanced at them. I think they were H2, H3, H cylinders. And I got to rekey them all alike, no master key or anything. So if we get to that, we get to that. Anyway, have fun working. This is the guy that started Whole Foods. Fresh Market. I don't know, maybe. I don't know the history of it. I just know they got pretty good food there. Did you get my email from the post office? I did not see that, but I'll check my emails again. Make sure it didn't get thrown into a weirdo folder or something. Check afterward. What's up, Alan C? Tastes better than broccoli. Chocolate covered broccoli. Yum, 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 yum. What's up, new house? Robert Patton, you got your stuff too? Good, good, good. There, everybody should. I'll check the email for you though, right? Silly post office. So yeah, we've got the camera up. Let me double check all the cameras real quick. We'll go into split mode real quick. Oh no, looks like one of them is down. That would be this one. Nope, and it's not even here. Where is it? Where is that camera? Which camera would be down? That would be the shop cam. Oh, there, Speedy. Don't be pulling out like that. I'd heard a camera disconnect earlier. Hey, look now. Oh. Hey, that's you? Sorry about that. But I wasn't sure what it was. That's not it either, huh? There we go. There it is. Well, there it be. Oh. Good, you good. Don't burn your stuff. Might as well blow that out. Blow it out now, Jason, so I don't have to remember later. Actually, that's one reason why I light it in the mornings, because it goes out by itself by noon. Joseph asking me a question over here. I see it on one screen. Let me pull that up. Do I use a universal 003 all the way? 003, 003, 005 stinks, 003, 005 stinks. Not, okay, 003. I very rarely use my quick set. I've got all of them over there. But I'd never use them. I've got a Corbin kit. It's hella mixed up though. And I probably would normally use it. Uh, in fact, it's a little mixed up though. It's one of those kits that I've got over there, the Corbin kit that I've got. Actually, I've got like 3 or 4 different Corbin kits because they're vary by keyway, and some of them are Corbin quote universal, not really universal. Well, yeah, I've got 2 quote universal kits. They're just hella hard to key with unless you're an institutional locksmith working on Corbin. You go and you buy a damn Corbin original mega kit, like the big kit. A, they're all brass colored, or they're all the same color, and B, you've got them like either set now. I don't know about the new kits because these are all like 20 plus years old, but like in mine, one of them they're sectioned off. Like one row is for one of the keyways, or a set of the keyways, and then the other one. It's just a hell of a pain in the ass to key up locks. And in most of the kits that I have, I've actually gone through and like put some type of mark in the area because one of them's missing its whole top header, and it didn't really have any information there besides describing what the pins look like. I don't know. I've never really. I don't, you probably have never seen them in because they don't really get stated as stated. Just because they're so close in size that it's hella hard if one drops in the bin beside it. It's just a pain in the butt to make sure it stays sorted, and it's a lot of time devoted to just that kit when it's just 8 cylinders. It's not a big deal to use a 003 kit for it. Because I know somebody's gonna be like, "Why aren't you using an original kit to do that?" If I got called out to a site, I'm not gonna have 18 different kits in my truck. Some of y'all might, but obligatory iron, another ambulance. Where'd you go? Did you turn down? Nope, you turned okay. But you missed it. No, you didn't. Right there, just barely. Turned off his siren though, did he? Where'd you go? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we have an event. Oh, son of a bitch. There's an event up the street, y'all.
The Bluetooth device is disconnected.
Well, screw you.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Screw you too. There's an event up the street there. Right over the top of my van. SE lock and key. Good. We do not. No, sir. No, sir. Thanks. No, we don't program ECMs. Okay, got it back opened up here. Just keep an eye on this. I guess I need to wander out there and see what's going on. I'll BRB, LOL. Not OL. It's never LOL when there's an ambulance involved. But I don't see anything but the ambulance. Ambulance. I have a friend that's an ambulance driver, and that's what he calls it. The old ambulance. I'll be right back. Wait, I'm on the split screen. Yeah, I am. Okay. There's a car pulled up, or a SUV pulled up, like right behind the ambulance. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened down there. Choked on popcorn. Yet another movie theater incident. You do a lot of Corbin and mark all the ones I use. Don't use anything else from the kit. So that's what I did when I took over doing one of our hospitals keying for everything. They had an 003 kit there, 201 003 kit, and then like two different Corbin kits. And it was really bad when I started there, which was like a long time ago. But uh, so I would bring it here. I brought it here and sorted it and then took it back so that I could key up in the shop. And it was only one keyway and they had a universal kit. And it was one of the old kits where it was like, I don't know I don't know how far back you go, but some of the old kits, they were like just narrow, 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 narrow. And they were super frustrating to actually pull pins from, period. But as far as just like the bottom pin chambers, which were, if I recall, on the bottom row, I would, what did I do? I either taped them or put like something in each one and left the ones that I used open. Yeah, that's how I handled that. It's still a pain in the ass to use. You hate the SFIP. Well, if you get the lab version, they come in colors. This version 4 camera bounces back and forth. It zooms in and out on stuff moving. And it's like, stop it! I don't want you to do that. I hadn't figured out how to turn you off either. Uh, stop it. Keep an eye on what's going on up the street. Okay, I guess they are still there. Okay. And the SUV is still behind them with their hazards on. Ooh. Cool. Hope they're okay. You're here, GQ Man, at a flea market. Ooh, sweet. I haven't been to our flea market in a long time. It's been, oof, quite a number of years. The flea market now is more centered on like just honey and weird plants. It's not the same as the old flea markets where they had like tables full of just stuff, where you could go pick through real deal stuff. So we never really went back. There's another flea market that's open every weekend too, and it's like a lot of old furniture. I've never been to it either though. I definitely wouldn't choose summer in Mississippi to go flea market shopping though. I tell you that because they're never air conditioned. Do you switch brands and the pen color is different? Yeah, I had to phase out a couple of kits doing that. You have to phase them out because you end up with red and red right next to each other when you go switching around. There's always an event in Fondren. Yeah. Okay, what are you doing, bro? Please don't sit there forever and then walk off. You've been there long enough to read the sign. Hey, at least you have toast. I don't have toast. It's a hipster flea market. Yeah, yeah, it's not my thing anymore. I liked it when you had all the cheap Chinese knife vendors and just like a whole assortment of different things. Matchbox cars, stuff like that. Oh, hey, Rights, what's up? In Trinidad Tobago. Bro, I did just walk off. What a what a little. Let me guess. I'm a horse driver, so I can park wherever I want to. Let's see where the little son of a bitch is going. He's not far. He's on. He's already disappeared, so I guess he possibly going to pick up bakery stuff, but probably will be here forever. Have a safe drive, tugboat. Well, let us do what we were going to do then. Hmm. Oh, thank you for coming back. See, you're a good human. I'll take back my comment about your stupid car. Thank you for being a decent person. I'm jaded because we've had a bunch of not decent people lately. So I expect. What happened to you? Oh, you son of a bitch. Why did you crash? Oh, I see. You're going to do that, huh? Okay. Okay, hold on. I'll fix you. Ooh, that is an interesting situation because it is plugged into my new thing there. Wait, no, it's not. What is this plugged into? This plugged into the new thing here. Let's turn this one on. Okay, let's get this sound up at least. I don't know what happened to this other one. That J-Bot's gonna scare the hell out of me in a minute, isn't it? How did that happen? Oh, I turned it off. Yeah, yeah. So, okay. All right. Let me get my shit together. Let's turn you off. Double mic. Okay, okay. Now we're on the mobile mic. Let's go ahead and get an audio check on that. Mobile mic is good. Thank you for the heads up on that. Whoa, scrolled. Let me catch up on the comments here. Sound is back. Well, good, because it probably would have startled the crap out of me. Tap. Wrong command. Does that work? I already did party earlier, so I figured I'd do the Jace. I don't know. Not new anymore. Because if you were in Alabama, I saw foreign country there. That was a fascinating. Like we got a frozen camera on the front. Yep, camera down, camera down. Camera down. It is not wanting to connect. What in the heck's going on here? Hold on. We're having a failure. We're having a failure right now. Yep, that camera's down too. All the cameras are down, y'all. Awesome, except for this one. Oh, gotcha, it's holding strong. Okay, I got one back. Hey, one back. Please hold for a mid-session fix the camera thing here. Okay, let me go back to... Ooh, that just got messy, didn't it? It did. Messy. How did that happen? How did that happen? Oh my God. Please hold while I attend to technical details. I don't even know how that happened. Hmm. Beep beep. There it is. It's just weird. Weird. Okay. Now, you know what? That other camera's. Let me fix that real quick, and I think we'll be done. Last one. Maybe. Maybe the last one. Yes, it's the last one. Okay. I think I got all the issues fixed. Cam 3 is still down. Oh, yeah. I guess if they all disconnected, right? Okay. Whoops. The heck happened there? Weird. Okay. Now we're straight. Yeah, that cam did go funny. 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 Let me see what I can do to move some of this. Switch back to the work screen now, and hopefully everything doesn't go wonky with it. Doesn't go wonky with it. If I was captions right now, I'd be like, sound of brushing off with paintbrush. All right, why don't you move over a little bit? Why don't you sit right there? And let me get a different brush. Poof. Boop. Rainbow. Somebody rainbowed. Where are you going, bro? Oh my God, people. Well, that's a good start to Mount Brassmore. I am going to take off the fake Mount Brassmore that I formed there. Nickel silver colliding with brass. It's like when the ocean or when the river meets the ocean. Oh my God, it's a mix. Ew. Power cord is just long enough for that one. All right, moving on down. Move, stay. Stay right there. Let me check, make sure we're still good over here. We are, okay. Hi. Yeah, it's a ASA framing. We've got a framing and an ASA framing. It just cuts ASA. Instead of using spaces and blocks, it has like preset spacing and blocks. So you don't have to measure. You just dial in the number. Yeah, I'm sitting up here now and looking, and somebody took one of my spots there. The other framing I mainly just use for my CX. And one other thing. What was that? Okay, he's coming back too. I'm impressed with everybody today. See, that's what happens when I get jaded. Then all of a sudden there's a whole rash of nice people. Shouldn't be doing this part yet until I dump the machine. So let's dump the machine. Oh my god. Here we go. Wait. This machine always holds. Well, we did this. It actually doesn't have a whole lot in there. Well, down there in the nooks and crannies it does. Shit. Let's do this. Turn off the lock force light for a second. Safety first, right? I need a smaller brush. And I should have one somewhere. Where did I put it? There it is. Duh. Oh. Worst place for this one is the, oh, you can't see it. This is the top here. Stay. This one almost needs a vacuum. I very rarely vacuum up brass, but I may actually scoop off most of it and then hit it with a vacuum. Because this one's just hella bad on collection in various nooks and crannies. Alright, I'm going to go full 360 degrees with the camera right there in the way. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. Just like that. And come over here. Get that out the way. Get that out the way. Yep, there we go. Ah! Don't fall off. A little bit of a pile on the other side. Let me get that out of the way. And we can go back down gently. I think we're going to fill our little cup up here, y'all. Yeah, these little nooks and crannies here need probably just come through with vacuum and a smaller brush at the same time. Just vacuum the rest of that up. I've actually got the vacuum out, so we'll probably do that as a finale. You gotta have a final suck, right? Damn, I got that pretty straight. So I don't use the brush on any machines anymore. I discovered that it's just, especially on that one, it puts too much torque when you're brushing and you're holding it, pushing. It's too much for that machine. I don't use that brush at all anymore. And it's because it's on the direct opposite end of the other thing, like most key machines are, I guess, and just like that one. Yeah, I don't use the brushes on any machines. I used to, like when we had a lot of keys and Kim and I were both cutting keys and brushing keys at the same time. I did used to use that one until I had to rebuild the motor that time, and I did a video on that. After that, I stopped doing it. I felt like it was putting a little too much pressure on it. Take it outside and use the air compressor. No, I'm not gonna glitter. I'm not gonna locksmith glitter bomb the front end. At least an ounce of brass fell out of the brush when he turned it back up right. Turn it on first, it'll make for a better life. Oh yeah, we gotta turn the lock force light back on too. We'll have to reassemble. It's not often we have to reassemble. I honestly don't want to. I want to keep, and every time I've gone down to do minor runs, like I really want to like learn how to melt down at least the shavings. The shavings should melt faster than regular keys, right? I would really like to make some my own brass ingots. So I might just build up all my shavings, seal them up in containers for that day when 20 years from now and I'm bored as hell and I want to make a forge, a backyard forge or something ridiculous to piss my neighbors off. And then I'll have a bunch of scrap brass that I can forge into ingots. I don't know. Yeah, you get less money for the powdered brass, the shaved brass, than you do regular key blanks. So, uh, it's almost worth it if you were thinking or have ever thought about doing that, because I used to hang out with a bunch of blacksmiths. So like and they've taught me how to set up like makeshift forges and all that. So like I literally know how to do everything involved as the basics only. So yeah, I think I hate selling it for what I sell it for. I think it'd be pretty cool to make my own like barrel keys and stuff, right? That's what I really would like, is to be able to take this, melt it down, and make my own skeleton keys. Make my own skeleton keys. Maybe one day we'll have some Jason skeleton keys. And frankly, I see a opportunity for somebody to come along and start making some, referring to my last short. By the way, that shorts are a pain in the ass. That video took freaking forever to do. It may not seem like it because it's only a minute long, but that's why it took freaking forever to do, because it's only a minute long. Uh, and in that I commented about how it's hard to get bit keys nowadays. Ilco cut their selection. If you got old Ilco catalog and a new Ilco catalog, if you have not flipped to the back section where the bit and barrel keys are, I don't know how we got started. Oh, we got started on this top because I wanted to melt it down. Then, well, that's not bad at all. You know, I mentioned in that squeaky voice that it's hard finding a good selection of blanks anymore because Ilco slashed their supply. And even some in the catalog are special order only. Most people aren't carrying them. Banner only carries like 3 designs or has 3 in stock. That is not sufficient to be able to provide a good selection for people. Okay, you come out of here. I'll see you back there, pal. Halfway done, y'all. Except for the sucking. All right, we are going to straight up tend to this right now. These were recuts. These were recuts. So I'm going to put them up here. All the recuts that I know I needed to make. Nope, that is goner. That one may be able to be recut. You can come on up here. Let's zoom out so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay. We are in this section right now. Hi. I'm just going to scoop all these off into a box. But first, we need to reassemble. SE lock and key.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
Hey, I'm trying to see how much would it charge to.
We don't provide that service. Thank you. Go back on the comments while I'm sitting here taking a sip of my Mississippi cold drip. Lock force ingots. Really want to do the keys. Yeah. I even know the basics of what is it, lost wax casting. I kind of started to get into that, but yeah, that was a project that quickly got shelved. Used to hang out with the blacksmiths in school. Next sticker mailing 2 pinches of brass shavings. Oh God, no, we don't want Rune to go through that. Make lock force coins out. That would be awesome. That would be a great idea too. Brass picks. No, that's not a great idea. Brass bends way too easy for a pick. That's why you don't see picks. Like it would bend up so quick. It would have to be a show pick. And have to be coated real well because brass, tarnishes pretty quick. I don't think it'd make a great pick. That's why I don't see many brass picks. Brass handle picks, maybe for the handle, yeah. But then you have the whatever steel you're using on brass, and it kind of gives a steely brass look. I think I'd stick with challenge coins is a great idea. Clear cast acrylic. Make locksmith glitter filled dice. That's a pretty cool idea too. Yeah, and you don't have to wouldn't have to have a forge for any of that. That's a good little start maybe. Do it with clear acrylic, and dang it, Wes would actually know exactly how to go about doing all that too. That's a pretty cool idea. Locksmith glitter dice. How to do that though, so that it's not like poking out. Can you imagine once you get it out and it ends up being like the little dice ball of death? You catch it in your hand and it literally sticks like those sycamore balls, gum balls, except super tiny. And like if you threw it at somebody and they caught it, it'd be like a dice, and it would just stick there. And then when you pulled it out, half the little brass shavings would stay in your hand, and that'd be a great weapon. See, look at that. Our lock force over here making weapons. Good win. When was the last time? Last week. As evidenced by the key shavings on the machine. Okay. Went away. Got your package, Pocket Woman. Yay. Good job. I'm glad you did. You bought a new house, you bought a smelter, and shavings don't melt well for some reason. So you've tried it. I feel like I've got a brass shaving in my finger, actually. So what do they do? Is it hot enough? You got your sprinkly stuff in there to do like all the stuff you're supposed to be doing? Is it like at the right temperature and everything? It's weird. Maybe that's why they don't make as much, or why they don't pay as much at the melting place. Maybe. Huh. So will your thing melt keys? You'd have to spin it somehow to keep the brass in suspension. Oh, I've seen those machines. They're like $180,000, like what is it, centrifuge? A centrifuge. Yeah. Let's buy an $800,000 machine for this. Sounds great. Because those things are expensive as hell. I don't know how they work either. Probably have to have a degree. Says I should smelt it along, pack down with a cover of borate. Yeah, borat. Now that's the movie guy. It spent 3 weeks in Sydney for some reason when it's a 4-day drive. Well, at least you were able to get it. Rune still hadn't gotten his. It's being held hostage because we didn't have provide an invoice with it, I guess, for free stuff. Still haven't figured that one out. All right, let's go back to this camera. Yeah, where were we? We need a box. That's where we were. Let us get a old MTS box. About the perfect size. Key. Got to switch back to the mobile microphone. Hold on. All right, boom, and boom. Here we go. Back on the mobile mic. Let's scrape all these keys off so that I can ponder their future in a different way than just laying out here. It's a blank. All right. It's bad time to have an itchy nose when you're messing with shavings, huh? Most of these are. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that one. I probably should have just started doing it the right way. Yeah, these are all. Some of these are blanks and just got like stamped and then never got used, so now they have random stampings on them. I don't know what the hell is going on there. These are all old because they have the old stamp. Let's go. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Calm down. You park like an asshole out here. Cam down for what? Good point. Good point. Cam down for what? Really, all I did was just scrape the rest of the keys in the box. It wasn't that big of a deal. We're okay. We're okay to continue. That was almost done. SE lock and key. No, ma'am, we don't come out to do that.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you. We okay? Okay. Good. 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 All right. I did use this. No, I started to use this and realized that I did not have the right card. And I have discovered HPC cards are fucking, excuse my language, non-existent now. I tell you what. Back in my day, you can call up a distributor and say, I needed a HPC card number 34 because I broke or lost mine. And they would say, no problem. And they would go back to their little HPC card section and flip through and get you a nicely sealed, fresh HPC card. Oh no, not nowadays. Not nowadays at all. None of them mother son of a bitches out there even stock a single one. And it's probably because of HPC themselves. More than likely. Hey look, a box within a box. Within a box. Ah! Oh, look at you. The lay shim. It's actually supposed to be hanging on this. I can feel at least 12 pieces of brass in my hand right now. That doesn't really have to sit there anymore, does it? No, Jason, that cutter does not have to live right there. It can live over here since I'm rarely going to use it. At least I'm not going to really use it until I get the card that's... Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Thank you, mods. Printing ones suck. They suck. Printed cards suck. It's better than nothing, but they still suck. IDM seems to stock everything in Michigan. So they have to, like my IDN has to import it from one of these other IDNs and then get it sent to me. And our web thing only shows, like to find that out, I actually have to call to get it ordered. What card was I looking for? I can't even remember now. It was a Corbin. It was one of the newer Corbin cards. CX5 specifically. If anybody knows who has a CX5, and don't worry, Banner doesn't. The regular folks don't, so don't even bother looking. And if you Google it, you're going to find like, what is it, like Trudor, all these other places that don't even really, that only sell locksmith supplies just because they found it to be a stream of revenue. But if you look real close at all their sites, they all say, yeah, it'll be 4 to 9 weeks, special order. Anybody can special order. That ain't the point. Okay, just making sure. Making sure we're okay. Let's move you back over here. Boop. And got to make some Medico keys there. This can go up here. Let's see, I didn't necessarily want to... Woo, throw some of these out. Just have to relocate them real quick. Oh, what was I doing with this Yale? These Yales. Got yeah, I think most of this can go in the recut box too. Those are just yucky looking now. That can be a recut faux show. Faux show recut those 3. These were kind of yucky looking, but I think they were all the same. No, they're not all the same. So recut, 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 and then recut. Recut, recut. These are best keys. Those are not going to recut usually. I've tried to salvage some best keys in the past, Like, I can take these, measure them out, come up with new depths that are deeper, and then formulate like for a mini best system where you just have like 3 or 4, and like try to remake it into a new system. And I've got a couple of sets already over there, so those are going to get scrapped. That RN can be recut. This whatever this key is, looks like a CO62. I'm with that. Oh no, come back. Blank. This can definitely be recut. We'll put it up here. That'll leave me off for a new set of whatchamacallits next week. A new set of quickset keys to throw in the truck. I know you can't see me, but I'm over on the other side putting that clip in my new clip tainer. One of my plastic bins over here, pull-out bins, has what is now have clips. It has office clips on it because it's kind of like the little mini hardware section. I've decided on one section of the plastic pull-out plastic bins, it's going to be all like various, not necessarily locksmith related, but just like various things like staples, razor blades, supplies, like my mini hardware store over there. $33.33. $33.33. HQT, don't forget that. And it is presently cocked sideways for, looks like a lefty or a righty? Lefty. CX5. Corbin card. New Corbin card. I have the 6A, and I special ordered it. I mean, to credit, if you do need a card, Acme can hook you up, or IDN, because they ordered this for me a while ago. Come to find out, I didn't need this one. I needed the CX5 instead of the CX6A. Like, I literally ordered that card and that cutter at the same time, and then when I got the card in and I started cutting the key, and I was like, this isn't quite matching up. Man, fuck Corbin Russwin. Just screw you, Corbin Russwin. Screw you. I will always hold a grudge against Corbin Russwin for how they handled their whole keying little shit. And then to top it off, they came out with IC. Couldn't even make it easy. Had to make it be a pain in the ass, too. Oh, getting close to being done, y'all. 2 more machines, and this one I don't use a whole lot, so... New view. Make sure the camera didn't freeze. I don't think that went in. Got Medico gels on it too. Pretty much the only thing I use it for. Is that another foot broken piece? What? Oh, that was the piece of the handle that shattered. Lost the handle. Rest in peace, handle. First time I've ever had one crumble in my hand, though. I need a tiny, tiny brush, and do I? Hold on. Let me try to find a tiny, tiny brush. I literally bought these brushes thinking, hey, I could use these tiny, tiny brushes for getting into cracks and crevices of my key machine. And now I don't know where my tiny brushes are. I guess I need a tiny brush plastic bin, don't I? What did I do with the tiny brushes? I'm going to come over here to Red Rolly Thing 1, and I've got brushes, wire, tube things, need a hole, clamps. Nope. Maybe let's look in the brushes container. Nope. Those aren't the ones I was thinking of. Where did I put those? I'm almost assuredly had one out here at some time. There it is. Not ideal. It was a Harbor Freight thing. They could be longer and smaller. I need like paint brushes is what I need. It'll give me an excuse to go to the art place. But I'll never remember. Like I'll be at the art place walking around like Joann's, a fabric place or something, and thinking, what did I need from here? That's right. Some cheap paintbrushes. But little tiny ones. Cheap artiste brushes. All right, final stretch. So this is an impersonator. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it because it honestly wasn't here. Wasn't. Yep. There you go. Sorry. Keep a little stack of pre-stamped keys over here. Let me move them out of the way. Quick that Schlegenweiser. There goes one stack. Okay, you restack back up. Thank you. I had a panic device yesterday, y'all, that weirdly enough has been on the door since like probably 1960, 1960. It was the old open bar design. It was like an old Precision, maybe. Full thumb trim on the outside. And I took it off, called out to rekey it on the back door of like an old school or a church or something. It was like an old school building, school type building. And So I took the cylinders out, which were Wiser Keyway rim cylinders, weirdly enough, or Falcon, maybe been Falcon, but they were unbranded, and they kind of resembled just like aftermarket cylinders. So, but they were seized up on the back end, so obviously they hadn't been used in a long time. And it took a minute. I had to actually make a key for one. It was a pair of double doors. So it was so seized up in the back that I could not even shim it. Like a shim wouldn't go in. It's a solid body mortar cylinder, so there's no real way to get it apart. And I actually didn't have any Wiser keyway or quickset for that matter. I could have just changed the other one to a quickset key. But I didn't have either or. Like, who runs across a freaking quickset rim cylinder often? Anyway, when the rest of the building had like old Corbin Russwin on it, right? So seized up, it had been there for obviously longer than the 10 or so years it takes. Did y'all hear that? It takes for something like that to seize up so bad that you're unable to even get a shim in it. And so then I was like, well, crap shit, since I don't have the right cylinder, I'm just going to have to sell this guy 2 new cylinders. And while it does happen, he had come in asking for a price. You know, things happen and you end up having to do that type of situation. And you always have to say, well, you know, this one cylinder came apart. Do you want to pay for a new cylinder and have 2 different keyways? And you have to go through the whole spiel of trying to explain why you don't have that particular keyway. Long story short, the easiest thing to do in that case is just to slap in 2 new rim cylinders already keyed up. Could have done that, but I am one that hates like wasting product. Like, I can make more just sitting there, take a few extra minutes. I can make pure profit instead of having to use a product kind of unnecessarily when I can make the same amount of money by just investing a little bit more time in it. So, and I decoded the one cylinder, cut the key for it, ended up being quickset cuts, which I was hoping for, and snapped out a key for it, and then made the other cylinder turn. Yay, didn't have to buy new cylinders and just charged them extra for that. So, pure profit. Long story short, the panic device had been on the door for a X amount of years. What was the point of all that, Jason? So the inside of that device, it has a thumb trim on the outside that's got a little tongue. We need a bigger screen for this. So open bar, like a rectangular. I probably have some in the back. Anyway, the thumb thing on the outside is connected to a long post, or is a wide, and it lifts up, all right? When you put this part of the panic on the inside of the door, the tongue goes through the door and then lifts up a mechanism that's built into this interior portion. And when you press something down, it lifts up and pulls the latch back independently of the push bar mechanisms, 2 independent mechanisms. Well, those independent mechanisms are stacked on top of each other like this. So here's the hook, okay, that tongue pulls up. And it's right up against the area where when you push the bar, it does this thing. And I put it back on the door several times, and I was like, why is this not working? When you tighten it on the door, the thumb thing was not retracting the latch all the way. Initially, I thought, okay, let's check the tailpiece of the cylinder, because that can happen. Lock force, assemble! Okay. Anyway, long story short, I finally brass burned my finger, so I finally took it back off the door and I just looked at that bitch on the inside, and I noticed a rub mark on where it had been years where it had been rubbing up against that. So when you press the thumb thing, it was hitting that part and making you you could bear down on it with your hand and make it pull in, but when you did that, the panic bar would pull in. I was like, oh, Went and got my 3-inch cut off, zipped off this much of it, and guess what? It worked great. Been there for 60 damn years working like that, but along comes Jason and makes it work like it's supposed to. Imagine that. All right, so where were we? Brush. Brush. Screen. Don't warn me. Nope, not that one. Yep, that one. Is it working? Okay. So anyway, if you're having trouble with an old panic device, just because it's been on the door for 60 damn years does not necessarily mean it has been correctly installed for 60 damn years. Oh, wait a minute. We're at the point we have to do this, right? How far did we come, y'all? Hey, look, there's a lot of recut keys from a long time ago. Guess I'm just going to scrap them all. Or save them for when I get my forge. It's kind of unnecessary for this to be here, too. It's not doing a whole lot. Besides just being an empty tin sitting there. Here we go. How far, how high can we get it? We need a little American flag for it, don't we? It's beautiful. Let's take a moment to admire that while I wipe my hands and try to get the brass splinters out. Kim the other day was like, hey, you know what, Jason? You bought a particular piece of equipment. Like, now it's been almost 3 years. I had an idea 3 years ago to do a video. Ah ha ha LOL video. And I bought a piece of equipment. Not overly expensive, but something that I should have done 3 years ago that probably would have had a funny number of views on it by now. One of those things that I'll get around to it one day. Missed opportunity again. But she asked me about it the other day. I don't know why. I was like, well, you know, it was a great idea. It's still a great idea. Fantastic idea. But I'll get around to it one day. And it relates to this. All right. Whoa, Mount Brassmore. How many centimeters? Well, yeah, I guess I do need to put a ruler up to it. How many centimeters? Screw you! Somebody totally brought in a. This tape measure does not go all the. You go and you grab a tape measure and it doesn't go all the way to the end, so you can't stand it up and see an accurate size. Yeah, dude, centimeters. Come on now. What in the hell? What American takes a picture of something in centimeters? Well, that just ruined it, didn't it? We took away the height. All right, so that is... let's see, let me think realistically about that. I think this would be probably a month, maybe a month. Has it been a month? Be about 3.5. I'd say 3.5. 3.5. If we get down to its level, a little bit more. Oh well, I won't go any lower. It's about 3.5. Beautiful. I was thinking I needed a little figurine. Oh no. We need something that is recognizable, like a dice. Do I have any dice up here? I don't have a banana. That's the problem. I don't have a banana here. Ooh, but I do have an idea. Ha. Okay, I'm gonna conceal this here. Let's go look out front or some shit. I'll be right back. I'm right back. I feel like that was kind of necessary, y'all. And I also discovered something else that was necessary. I need to invest a drawer just for googly eyes in my Jason hardware section. I do. I've got so many googly eyes over here that I feel like it's kind of necessary to make one of those. What time is it? 12:42. Damn, we're moving right along, aren't we? Use a Lockforce guy pen. Oh yeah, I could use that, couldn't I? Even better. What's up, Ken underscore? I know, right? You can't beat that. What do you do for your job? I make shaved brass monsters. Here, I'll hide myself for a second in case you want a screenshot. Here, let me zoom in. Let's get a little better picture. There we go. Right here. Let me move this. Let me tidy up around the base of Mount Brassmore. There we go. Screenshot away. Everybody needs a picture of Mount Brassmore. Does need to be a thumbnail. I'll change the, I very rarely go back and change the, oh look, something's moving on him. What is that? Is that the wind blowing like, what the hell is that? He's moving. Let's turn this into a short. This dog hair. This dog hair. Yeah. Duh. What else would it be around here? Mount Brassmore. July's Mount Brassmore. And got a little blue at the base of him. There we go. All right. Enough of that. Wait. That was kind of sad, wasn't it? There's another googly eye somewhere in here. Or did it hit the floor? You know what comes next, y'all? Vacuuming. I'm not going to subject y'all to the vacuuming part because it's really just me literally vacuuming, and it's kind of a shitty thing to have to do anyway, so I'm not going to subject y'all to it, but I am going to get all this poured into the rest of the brass so that we'll be done with this part of it. Never found the googly eye. There's a piece of paper. I thought I heard one drop, but I don't see it on the ground. So I'm going to pour this out one more time and see if we can't find it. Should be in here somewhere, right? Because I don't see it on the ground anywhere. Oh. Where'd you go, googly eye? That is a piece of metal. If I ever do scrap this, I will have to carefully go through it, because when you're scrapping brass, if they see that kind of crap in there, you should know, if you've done more than one brass run, that if you have any debris in here, they're going to turn it down. So it's going to, like that right there. They run a magnet over it, and that one little piece is going to screw you. And everybody who scraps brass should know that. But it seems like some people still don't. All right. Now we're done. Yay! I know I'm on that screen, so. Oh, look at that. There's a whole pile of it back here still. Hold up. That's a little irritating. We'll just jump back to the screen real quick. Ooh, Yeah. Yeah. One last look at the relatively clean bench. And I need to re-prop up my machine here. It has lost its feet. And I've had to kind of rig some feet on the back of it back here to make it level and cut right. For a while I had that back there to do the same thing, but then all of a sudden it didn't need it. So these are going to go, they really should go here, right? But they're going to drop down and I'm not going to know they're there. That whole side needs to be cleaned up anyway. Not today though. Old Yale G checker. Which G is it? Is it that one, or that one, or that one, or that one? This thing actually has come in handy a whole one time before. A whole one time. All right, we're done. Just in time. Magnum, the plastic bag. Yeah. I got some heavy duty plastic bags just for that. It's got, I think it's got a filter on it to keep it from happening. Benchmade. Oh, the state of the pen and kit. The pen and kit area is not. Thank you, Dana. Yeah, we never got around to that. We'll take one little quick look over here. You know what's kind of funny? Hold on. Let me move the camera. So yesterday, Kim was like, "Hey," and I was like, "What?" She goes, "You know what would be pretty funny or pretty awesome to do? Is like you rekey a lock or something blindfolded." So I spent a few minutes looking for my blindfold and handed her the camera and said, "Okay, let's do that." That is, I feel like I did pretty dang good for nothing being in the area. I quickly discovered that having your eyes blindfolded for a solid 18 minutes while you're trying to key up a deadbolt, is very hard when you jump into it. I immediately figured out that if I had to do that more, I would you would have to have a very meticulous area with exact spots. Like you'd have to spend a lot of time setting up your area. And when you pick something like, because I put tweezers down, then I was like, shoot, I don't know where I put the tweezers down. It is not easy to key up a deadbolt. And then when I got it locked up, I was like, shoot, it just locked up on me. But I think I'm gonna get it apart to see how well I did. I don't know how well I did. It looks like my pin, there were two definite pins upside down. So, uh, yeah, wasn't it wasn't a great time at all. And And when you take your blindfold off after 18 minutes, it is so bright outside. So bright. So I've got the camera view of me doing it, and then I've got an overhead view of me actually fumbling around trying to find the pins. To my credit, I think I did pretty good. I hadn't reviewed the video because it was like one of the last things that I did yesterday before things took up time. So yeah, I hadn't reviewed. That's something I may do tomorrow to see how the video turned out. Not easy at all. Happy Saturday, SM. What's up? So I'm going to push it out of the way real quick. We are still on the mobile mic. Let's just push this out of the way. We're going to finish this off. See how I did. Let's see what I did actually. See, it's locked up in this position right now. I do new, and I'm trying to preserve as much of it as I can. Oh, there we go. Wow, I'm impressed with myself. Hold on. Y'all, I legit did that blindfolded. But I think I dropped a top pin somewhere along the way. 1, 2. Yep. Ooh, out of the third chamber too. Oof, that would have been a tough one to recover from. Super tough one to recover from without being able to see. That would have been another 20 minutes into the video. Because like I said, it was about an 18-minute video. Oh shit. Why are you not traversing through here properly? Oh, I see. I lost more than one. Hold up. I lost the fourth one too. And bound the spring up. Yep. Spring. That spring's good. Which is the bad spring? This one. Oof. Yeah, that would have been not easy to recover from without being able to see the problem. Alright, where are we? Let's grab you. And it is, see any other ones out right there? Yep, you're good. I actually had reassembled it, put the plug into the lock, and it was turning, but it was feeling funny when it was turning. And I knew something was wrong with it. Wait a minute, is that a bottom? That's got rounded top and bottom. I don't want you. I knew something was funny with it, so I pulled the core back out, and I guess that's when I lost some of the wafer pins there. All right, bad spring. Good spring, good spring. We're going to use these springs. But I do want to flip over these two upside down pins to see if I was on the right side. Note, I was actually doing it all. I did not get, during the video, I did not look at the key. I was doing it by, I was doing it by running my finger over the cuts like this, trying to decide how deep they were. And that's where I got. Not bad. Pretty dang close. Pretty dang close. Was that some kind of warning? Like, Jason, it's time to go. It's 1 o'clock, Jason. Jason, it's 1 o'clock. Your damn live is over with. Told you we were not quite done. We're not going to rekey these, but I'm just going to lay them out so that I can rekey them later. Probably actually Monday morning is when I'm going to do this. Oh no, 0 bitted too. Why are these cutting these 0 bitted? Corbin Wrestling, that's why. Not even keyed alike. There's just randomly 2 keyed cylinders. Like 2 mo. One mo. Weird. Let go, Cam. Where's my small flathead? Yeah, that's stupid. Is this a... Yep, that'll work. Get off there. Ooh, ooh, don't have a whole lot of room to do this. Cams just don't want to let go, do they? Okay, well, they are definitely not gonna... This is like super hard to do with me one arm over the side of the camera here, but yeah. Reiki. I'll get it done. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Swoosh, 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 swoosh. Yeah, 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 yeah. And that's it. Oh, Lockport! Disassemble! Lockport! Disassemble! Itchy hands. OG cylinder. Yeah, spending some money there. Spending some money on the OGs. Well, but if you have H2 or whatever keyway that is, then you have to go OG, really. You don't really have a choice there, do they? Having a barbecue. I've had good barbecue in a while. It's a long trip for barbecue, though. Oh, speaking of Gumby, yeah. See, last weekend I was like, all like, it's all like this, like this. Ugh. Whose birthday? James Randolph. You can't fire off a birthday song without somebody's birthday being here. It'll rain this weekend. It better rain in like tonight hard, so I don't have to mow. But I was all like last weekend. I was all like, oh, I don't have to mow this weekend. It's not really tall enough. You know, it's close, but it's not quite tall enough to mow. So, this weekend that just screws me. It seals your fate for the next weekend. I sealed my fate last weekend by passing on it. So, yes, unless we get a good solid rain in the next little bit, which it is looking a little murky out there. Or tonight. Maybe. I won't have to. But then next weekend will be very harsh. Don't use that sign to lift yourself up, lady. Please don't do that. You need some help, I'll come help you. No. It's not a sign that is going to assist you. Sheesh. I'm going to have to go help her down. Otherwise, she's going to, bring the... It's not my sign, though, so... It's like, his is made out of sharp metal, and it wouldn't be a good thing for it to, fall over, See you, Pocket Women. When are we going drinking again on live? I don't know. No. We do need to make a trip down there, but it ain't gonna be in the summertime. Ain't gonna be in mid-summertime. That was just stupid. When your iPhone gets too hot because you're recording, it just means it's too hot. It's just too hot. Oh, check these out. You want to see these things? It's double screw-ended, too. Obviously needs oil. Kim was like, it's squeaky. Oh, it's already got a scratch on it, too. Got it from my toolbox to put the I was wondering how it would hold bits. Because you never really know until you get one, right? Like you can look at measurements and hole diameter, but you really never know until you literally drop some bits down in there. Let's see. It's a little bit bigger diameter than the bits are. So they have a tendency to like stick into each other. But since it's double-ended, if it sticks, you can usually open the other end and get it out. I haven't seen how many it'll hold yet, or if it's even a valid option. I wonder about the length of it. How long is it? Where's the HPC pick? Oh, yeah, here's my idea too. Oh, nope, that's too long. Where's that HPC pick? Just out of curiosity. There's one. It's like a mini version of the Sparrows thing. Oh, look at that. Ooh, hold it perfectly. Very little back and forth rattle too. But I wonder if it would hold a quarter twist tension wrench. What do you call these? TR4? I wonder if it'll hold a TR4. TR4 is. It will. Wow, look at that. You can throw in like at least 2 or 3 HPC picks. And a couple. Well, doesn't go back to the other. Great. That way, have to. Why is it not going together now? It's like it's binding up on the TR4. It was binding up on the TR4. But mainly I got it for bits to keep in like those annoying little narrow slots you have in certain bags. I was like, hey, maybe they were on sale too. So I was like, maybe I could put bits in here and like boop boop, and they came black and silver. So that's actually good if I could keep maybe one style of bit in one and one in the other and slip them together in a carry bag or something. Because that's one of the things about those mini kits. Like you want to keep a few bits in there, like my zip up Maxpedition style little pouches. Like you want to keep bits in there, but loose bits are just hard as hell to keep up with. I could just take this and slip it in there. Hadn't tried that yet, because I don't have it in here, but yeah, I'll find a good use for it. All right, we're out of here. Where's the end screen? Hey,
Ask you a stupid question.
okay.
You don't sell batteries or something that go in these? Because sometimes I'm pushing it, it won't act like a hard head man.
Just for one of the buttons or for all of them? Like it won't
Well,
lock
like this
up?
one there, sometimes it do all right, but it's just this one that act crazy.
Yeah, that's probably the remote itself. That remote's pretty worn out.
Huh?
That remote looks pretty heavily used. Aloha down at West and Fortification. Sometime during the week they can get you a whole new remote.
Okay.
If it's just one battery, if it's just one button doing it, it's probably not the battery.
Okay. You
It's
said Aloha West?
Right by MJ Tires, West and Fortification. Behind Baptist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Like-
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. What'd she say? It's like a hard-headed man? Was that what she said? This acts up like a hard-headed man? Pretty sure that's what she said. That was funny. We've already disassembled. It's time to go, y'all. We'd be acting up like a hard-headed man, damn it. Damn those hard-headed men. Aren't we all, though, right? Western fornication. Fortification. But she's never open on the weekend. That's why we get so many car calls on the weekends, because everybody else is closed or doesn't answer their phones. Her in particular, I say she's because it's a female-run business. She, in particular, doesn't work on the weekends. She never has worked on the weekends. So, and then the other one never answers their phone on the weekends. So that's why we always get phone calls. Alrighty, y'all. Anyway, we're out. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm gonna hopefully not do the grass. Oh no, the sun just came out again though, so I'll probably end up having to do the grass at some point or another. Unfortunately, even if it rains, it gets so sunny and quick and hot here that the grass just dries out immediately. Unless it's a good solid rain, and I don't think it's going to be. So, y'all have a great weekend. I hadn't even pulled up the screen to end the screen yet. Ooh, they enhanced the bubbles of the end screen.